Hi, this is Alcan, and welcome back to my channel. We have a little bit more update on the helicopter crash that happened around 3 o'clock this afternoon, between New York City and now it's Hoboken. Um, they identified the people on the helicopter. It was a family of five from Spain. They were tourists. Um, the pilot has not been identified as of yet. I guess they're still waiting to notify next of kin. This from the New York Post. It says New York helicopter rib. Excuse me. New York City Hudson River helicopter crash. Victims ID as family of five on vacation from Spain. Found by Joe Moreno and David Proper. Said the head of the Spanish division of the global technology company Siemens that built some of our subway cars in New York City, and his family were identified as five of the victims who were killed in an ill-fated helicopter that plunged into the Hudson River Thursday, according to law enforcement sources. Giston Escobar, president and CEO of Siemens in Spain, his wife and three children were killed in a ferry crash in which a tourist chopper plunged into the murky waters. Gut-wrenching photos of New York helicopter tour website show that the bundled up five family members smiling in front of the Bell 206 L4 Lone Ranger 4 helicopter and strapped inside the aircraft. Escobar's spouse was identified as Mercy Campbell Montoya. ABC News reported, citing law enforcement sources. The three children appeared to be in the middle school or younger. They're not being identified. The loved ones were just got into the Big Apple from Barcelona earlier in the day, law enforcement sources said. The identity of the pilot was not known as of Thursday night. The sightseeing chopper broke apart midair and then plunged like a rock into the Hudson around 3:15 p.m. Four victims were pronounced dead at the scene, and two more were declared dead at the hospital, officials said. The cause of the crash was unclear, with an investigation underway. Escobar had 25 years of international experience in which he led businesses across the globe, of course, including the U.S., South America, Spain, and Germany, according to his LinkedIn profile. He's been the CEO of Siemens Spain since late 2022, when the German-based multinational company announced its new position. His predecessor, Miguel Angel Lopez, said Escobar's work has been the key to Siemens' success in the field of mobility and transport. He was also the global CEO of rail infrastructure, at Siemens Mobile since last October. According to the profile, the chopper Escobar and his family were on appeared to lose parts of the aircraft as it was plunging into the water, witnesses said. But you can literally see that the propeller just snapped right off. You can see it snapped off and then just came straight down. Witnesses Charles Scorley said. So the propeller on top of the helicopter snapped off. That's going to be key to investigate to see what caused it to happen. Because it's very rare that the propellers on top of the helicopter would just snap off just like that. They have to see if there's a mechanical problem, a maintenance problem, whatever it is. Some of the news helicopters operate a similar type helicopter too. So that's a little bit concerning. I heard all these folks were talking about the accident. Their helicopters were grounded because of the wind condition. So we don't know if the wind may have played a role with this helicopter or not. So we don't know. But they were very disturbed. I mean, this is their livelihood. They're in the helicopters, flying, reporting weather, traffic, and other news from choppers. And well, they had tourist helicopters had accidents before in the Hudson River. I remember one time a News 4 helicopter had a mechanical problem and it crash landed on somebody's roof. And then even then it was still moving and then fell down a few more flights. Oh, that's a couple decades ago. Yeah, sort of like why we felt when that train operator on the J line was killed. On the Williamsburg Bridge many decades ago. Yeah, we sort of felt that because we're operating a similar type of equipment. It doesn't bring a lot of confidence, but you still got a job to do. And these guys will be back in the air tomorrow, doing the same thing, doing the job, being pilots and operating the helicopters and the reporters, being part of the crew, reporting the news. So the NSTB and the FAA are in the area. They're going to be doing their investigation. They're going to try to get all the pieces from the helicopter out of the water, as much as they can, and start their investigation. See what caused this accident. The helicopter had a flotation device so in case of if it lands in the water, it wouldn't sink into the water. But unfortunately, because of the circumstances, even when deployed, it didn't do much good because unfortunately it landed upside down. So it wouldn't have done any good, especially at the speed it was going. Once it lost the propellers, nothing to hold it up. It's not like they have a hidden parachute. It'll come out and land the helicopter safely. Well, over the years, we had lost a lot of people on helicopter incidents on the Hudson. Ironically, the helicopter flew around the Statue of Liberty, went up north, up to the George Washington Bridge, and then turned south back on the Jersey side. It was around the Hoboken area, where first we thought it was the Jersey City area, but it's the Hoboken area because you can see the tunnel shaft. There's a bust of a lady, a white porcelain type bust, and sometimes you could see the old Lackawanna train station, the Hudson, not the Hudson, the Hoboken terminal for the New Jersey Transit train. So that's how easy I figured out where the darn helicopter landed in the water. And unfortunately, I couldn't come and cover the news personally because unfortunately, by the time we figured out what happened, the last train going to Hoboken already left there is no service going down to Hoboken until way after 9 o'clock. And then you can't see in the dark. And I can't do anything. So I'm going to see if I can get there tomorrow and maybe see if we could do a live stream nearby. We have to see if the weather cooperates and it's not a large crowd over there or something. Anyway, this is Al Can saying so long for now. Don't forget to stop.